So as you guys saw from the thumbnail, we're going to be building another small workbench. Currently, my workshop is a complete wreck. As you will tell in the video, I have stuff everywhere. So I need a mobile workbench that I can move around and help clear up some of these congested areas when I'm working on projects and I don't necessarily have time to completely organize the shop. These plans will be available on my website to purchase. You will get the plans that I'm showing you right here, and they will be $2. But wait, before you click away, I will also include at the end of this video a picture on screen, a picture of each of the steps in the plan. So if you don't want to buy them or you can't afford them, you can go to the end of the video and you'll be able to get the entire plans that you can purchase. Purchasing them only allows you to be able to print these out from a PDF. Well, without further ado, let's just jump into the project. As the plans say, we're going to go to the miter saw station, and we're going to cut all of these boards to final length except for part D. We'll cut that one at the end. So this next part is optional. In my plans, I'm going to do it the way I tell you to in the plans, which is going to be ripping these down to 3 inches. If you watched my channel for very long, you know I like to rip 2x4s down to 3 inches wide so I can get a square edge and so I can make sure they're all the exact same length. Since these are construction grade 2x4s, sometimes they vary a little bit. However, if you do not want to cut yours down to 3 inches wide, you only have to make one adjustment for these plans to work. Everything will stay the same on A, B, and C. D will be slightly shorter. So if you're not going to rip these down to 3 inches, skip this step that I'm about to do with the table saw. And remember, that's going to make your D piece a little bit shorter, which we haven't cut it to final length yet because we're waiting to the end. But that's the only change it's going to make. So you get to make the choice here. Nothing else changes except for that. So let's get to the table saw and I'm going to rip these down. So following our directions here on step one. Step one is to grab these 4 boards. I got 2 here and 2 there. And step 2 is we're going to go ahead and attach part B to part A. So this is probably going to be one of the only pieces I glue. Since we're going in grain to side grain, this is in grain here, we're going to go ahead and glue that to help make it more secure, since these screws may not work the best going into the in grain from the outside. So step 3 is to attach the faces on the front and back. And so what I did off camera, to keep from boring you guys, is I put these clamps on. I am not going to glue these, but what I am going to try to do is screw these from the inside so you don't see any screws on this face here. It doesn't really matter, it's a shop project, but just for the sake of hiding the screws to see if it works, I'm going to try it from the back. It looks like almost the identical shot. I've got clamps in place, except I got these boards already attached. So now I'm going to pre-drill holes and screw them in. Alright, so the body is put together. Of course, you don't have to come back and put the boards we're going to put in here in place. I'm going to because I like the way it looks with these fronts matching up. I'm going to do it on the front and the back in case, since this is going to be a rolling, you'll be able to see it from all 4 sides. So I want to have it look really nice and clean on the sides. But you don't have to do that. And again, remember, if you decided to leave yours at 3.5 inches, this is where you'll have an adjustment on this cut here. That's the only cut that'll be different than what's in the plans, is this one here. However, despite what the plans say, I recommend you going back and measuring this to make sure that yours matches the plans. And if it doesn't, then you cut this to length here. They should all 4 be the same, but I would measure them each individually and cut them each to length for where they go. So I'm going to go to the miter saw and get mine cut to length and get them attached on here. I'm going to start on this one here. Just put a few screws in, again from the back side. I think I'm going to put 4 in per board. And this board here is a little bit twisted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple of extra clamps. Now we're taking our offcut to the table saw, and we're going to cut this down to 26 inches wide to fit in the body. I don't know if you can see it or not, but on the bottom shelf, I've already measured out 3 by 3 for each corner. Put an X square to mark it out. And now I'm gonna use what is literally my least favorite tool in the shop. So what I did off camera is I clamped a couple boards that are 2 inches wide to this. It's gonna have a 2-inch overhang. So I cut down a couple boards of 2 inches wide to provide work as the overhang. And then I'll just pull this down and then pull it this way. And that should be where we want it at. So, truth about this is I finished recording it probably 6 months ago, went to edit it, and I realized that on the outro, when I was talking about the project, I cut my head off. So the workbench is done. So the workbench is done. So the workbench is done. And of course, because I was needing this at the time, I'd already put a bunch of stuff on it, so I couldn't re-record the outro. And now, today, it's cleaned out like 6 months later. All right, so the workbench is done. Remember, if you guys are interested in the plans, you can go to my website and buy those. I think they're gonna be $1.99 for the plans. And remember, it'll be the plans that you can see at the end of this video. So if you don't wanna buy the plans, then you can always go to the end of the video and take screenshots of the plans on the screen and you'll get them for free then. So if this is your first video, make sure you click the subscribe button so you can see more videos. And if you have anything to add to the video, you can leave comments below. You can follow me on Instagram, and I think that's pretty much it. So thanks again for watching, and as always, y'all will see me next time. Please remember that all the information in the plans is on the screen right now. There is nothing extra in the plans you purchase, other than the option to print the plans. However, buying the plans is one way to directly support me and my YouTube channel. Thanks.